Wir haben noch den einen Fähigkeitspunkt, mit dem ich letztes Mal nicht weitergekommen bin. Ach stimmt, wir waren ja das letzte Mal bei einer Quest, wo ich ein bisschen verzweifelt bin und auch ein bisschen innerviert war. Wir sollten ja noch für die Unterhändlerin im Hafen die Drogengeschäfte untersuchen. Und ja, sind bei den Bikern bei den Lastwagenfahrern nicht weitergekommen. Ich werde es erstmal ignorieren.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Hattest du wegen der Quest noch gegoogelt, welchen NPC wir dabei kochen müssen? Ich habe nochmal nachgeguckt und wir müssen mehr oder weniger mit allen reden. Also sprich, wir müssen schon den Rassisten weichkochen, der pointet uns zu dem Straßenhändler, der die Klamotten verkauft und der pointet uns zu einem Charakter, den wir noch nicht kennen. Was wir da allerdings falsch gemacht haben, weiß ich nicht. Und mir widerstrebt es ein bisschen, mir dieses Rassismuszeug anzuhören. Wir gucken mal, wann wir das brauchen, wie wir da weitermachen. Vielleicht kann ich es auch einfach ignorieren. Äpfel, genau, der Apfelmann, der Apfelrassist. So, was für ein schöner Tag für Fragen, bei denen es um einen Mordfall geht. Hier bräuchten wir Willenskraft. Okay. Ich bin versucht. Ja, egal.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
Ich glaube auch tatsächlich, wir haben uns das letzte Mal ein Tonband angehört, wo der Typ, der halt aufgehängt wurde, geheim mitgeschnitten wurde. Und er hat halt davon geredet, dass er sie halt vergewaltigen möchte. Kann man in diese Formulierung reinhören? Ist ein bisschen wenig für diese Ermittlung. Weil er hat es nicht zu ihr gesagt. Er hat es halt zu irgendjemandem gesagt. Sie sagt, es war einvernehmlich. Oh, schwierig. Und ich weiß nicht, ich würde am liebsten ja ihr glauben. So, auf diesem Tonband redet er davon, dass er es auf sie spezifisch abgesehen hat.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Ich glaube tatsächlich, es war eine Fantasie, die er ausgesprochen hat.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Okay. Könnte es jetzt unterstellen, dass sie diesen Dirty Talk mag?
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He wasn't actually there.
Ja.
He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his,
Bewältigungsmechanismus.
running joke.
Oh Mann.
And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lillies' punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Wir haben einen Namen. Hatten wir vorher schon einen Namen?
He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Okay.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Die beiden haben wirklich Party gemacht.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
Hin und her und
Takes
hin
a
und
very
her.
small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Oh, stimmt, das können wir auch machen.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lilly.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Ich denke jetzt, ein nicht ganz ernster Gedanke, ich denke jetzt an Osaka aus, wie heißt noch also Manga Daio, genau. Der Manga-Anime in der Schulklasse.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you.
Vor allem, was ist mit
There's a
dieser...
list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink.
Vor allem, was ist mit den Tattoos? Wer könnte uns was über die Tattoos erzählen?
The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Oh, that.
Okay.
It's clear she liked it.
Quite a lot, yes. Sure, service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite, dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands.
Wie in die Sterne zu sehen. Muskulöse, erotische Sterne.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. Oh yeah.
Ah, sie haben sozusagen ein Klischee nachgespielt. Das verstehe ich.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money.
Okay.
He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Change of topic, perhaps?
Wo ist Lelystad?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
Also in unserer Welt wäre es irgendwo in NRW in der Grenze zwischen den Niederlanden und Deutschland.
Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Occidental, nicht mondial. Was ist denn mondial? Mondial ist es, das muss ich jetzt mal googeln. Was bedeutet mondial? Am Äquator oder so? Mondial. Motorrad. Was bedeutet mondial? Weltweit, weltumspannend. Aha. Okay. Er war ein Weltbürger. Okay.
Yes, we were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No, he was too old for that. And from another part of Oranje. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol,
Aha.
speed, probably also sildenafil.
Was der Kommunismus den umgebracht hat. Nein.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Boah, wie hart das sein muss, dass der hier hocken kann und ich sag mal, hier irgendwo hängt er am Baum und sie kann ihn von ihrem Balkon aus sehen. Boah, hardcore.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
Yes. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies. It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Ist dann die Stimme, die wir hören, von ihm authentisch?
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Das ist der Joker.
It's clear she was very much attracted to him, and still is.
Of course. He was the most strangely beautiful man I've ever been with. And I mean that. And now, he's dead. A pity.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
The young woman nods.
Nein, das sagen wir nicht. Nein, auch der Kommunismus.
Is the Union communist? They're a couple of shades pinker than that, no? Social Democrats? They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning.
Morning? 14:02 Uhr? Nee, genau, es ist nämlich gar nicht morgen.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil.
Hear that? Sildenafil. Just like you suspected. You have a great nose for this stuff. Yeah, you got the magic touch.
How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
Aber kannst du es auch zertifizieren? Nein.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now. All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Eigentlich hätte ich noch mal Lust darauf. Willenskraft kann man ja auch immer gebrauchen. Aber ich brauche tatsächlich die Proben eventuell, wenn ich unten diese Quest noch machen will. Kann ich die einfach ignorieren? Sollte ich sie einfach ignorieren? Mhm. Was war hier? Ach, das war der Geheimweg, oder?
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
Der Harry, der kann sich gut an seiner eigenen Fantasie berauschen. Das respektiere ich.
If your mesolimbic reward pathway were to venture a guess, one of the bottles is probably being put somewhere it doesn't belong. You clearly see footprint.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Haben wir den nicht schon
Large
untersucht?
prints, most likely made by boots.
Ja, haben wir
Everything
schon untersucht.
around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route. Behind class.
Wir nehmen mal den Geheimweg zurück. Haben ja wenig zu verpassen. Apples.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Er ist kein Freund von Flipper.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperaskit. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl young women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
Klingt so, als hätten sie keinen Spaß.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
No.
Ich liebe seine trockene Weise. Er ist einfach zu gut. Wieso, Hase? Erkennst du mich nicht wieder?
And silent.
Ich verstehe gar nicht, was du meinst.
Before anyone can play again.
Ich bin doch ein... Bin ich nicht Diana? Honk. Achso, den Flipper haben wir das letzte Mal kaputt gemacht. Okay, da kommen wir nicht weiter. Dann geht's hier weiter. Hallo, Mon.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots.
Ich mag den Gorachi Kubek.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling
So sieht's aus, Hase.
on the stove.
Gut, hier haben wir nichts mehr zu tun. Den Borscht mit Wodka haben wir geholt.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
So, ich rausche die Schleuse kaputt. Ah, ja.
What wonderful news.
War das schon alles?
Thank you, dear. You've already done so much.
Ah,
But if your investigation happens to take you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Of course. Do it. Who knows what
das
mysteries
machen wir.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Das stimmt
Oh,
allerdings.
you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Vor allem der Schnee draußen sieht wirklich schön aus, finde ich. Können uns die Polizisten irgendwas verraten?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He
Ach,
might be
komm.
wearing a disguise.
Gut, die wollen noch nicht mit uns reden. Wir werden noch einmal ganz kurz nach der Identität von dem Typen fragen. Im Motorwagen von Kim. Ich glaube, es ist ein neuer Tag. Das müssten wir jetzt können. Wir haben auch so viel noch nicht erforscht. Es hat sich ja ein ganzer neuer Teil der Welt für uns geöffnet, das letzte Mal.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel pre...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
So, dann fragen wir mal.
Yes. It took some
Ah,
convincing,
nice.
but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen. No hand.
Nein, wir bleiben seriös. Ich versuche ihn einigermaßen seriös zu spielen, jetzt wo er wieder seinen Shit beisammen hat.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Elysium. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-I-N-A-I-S. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lillies County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09. He was found as a newborn in a disc compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Ist ja interessant, weil die Glacia hat ja vorhin gesagt, dass er halt sozusagen, Oranje brauchte einen Killer und er wurde zu einem ausgebildet. Wenn er natürlich ein Weise war, das klingt so, als wäre er da ins System geraten.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol. It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
None, officer.
Oh.
Sorry.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Haben wir schon? Doch, wir haben schon welche gekriegt, tatsächlich.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
This means something to him. To know that name. Like naming a case. It's important. Sometimes police work is about human dignity. About giving back names to anonymous victims.
Sollen wir der Klaas hier den Namen sagen?
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Wir fragen mal beim 41., ob sie diese Typen geschickt haben.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer?
Das war's, ne?
10-4, sir. Sorry, but I'm under orders to give an
Okay.
10-4. Anything else, sir? Over.
Okay, sie haben uns also ausgesperrt. Gut, 10-10.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Wir sind schon einige Stücke weitergekommen. So, dann gucken wir mal. Mit Hand-Auge-Koordination. Was ist denn damit gemeint? Ich speichere erstmal ab, bevor ich irgendwelche Würfelproben verhaue. So. Hand-Auge-Koordination ist ein eigenes Dings, ne? Zielen, schießen. Oh, hi, Chris. Ich grüße dich. Hello. Okay, erforschen wir gerade was? Auch nicht. So viel Auswahl, so viel zu tun. Okay. Das ist das Geschoss.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Ach, das ist Auge-Hand-Koordination. Okay, da investieren wir mal. Wir gucken mal, ob wir da weiterkommen. Ich würde alles tun für ein Lob von Kim. Baddest look. Do you mean Harry or me? Okay, so, dann gucken wir mal. Wir gehen hier mal raus. Steigern das Ding. Und dann gucken wir mal. Both. Thank you. Gucken wir mal, ob wir da weiterkommen. Wir müssen noch mal wieder ein bisschen Heil-Items kaufen. Okay.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag
24%.
bearing the RCM stamp.
Wow. Huh?
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
Verdammt. Da kommen wir nicht weiter. Dann verschwenden wir mal auch den Punkt nicht. Nicht, dass wir den gleich noch brauchen. Ich bin da jetzt ein bisschen der Safe-Scumming-Seite. Mich frustriert immer noch diese eine Quest. Überall, wo wir mit Rassisten dealen müssen, vor denen ich was brauche, das sackt. Okay, so, was machen wir als nächstes? Wir besprechen mal mit den Hardy Boys unsere neuen Erkenntnisse. Wie sieht's denn damit aus? Hallo.
Clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Wir wollen doch nur euer Freund sein.
Anne. That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
Ja, aber nur wenn wir den irgendwie einordnen wollen. Es geht uns hier um die Wahrheit.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there.
Das würde ich leider nicht behaupten.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Ich finde das wundervoll, dass der Titus darauf bestand, dass wir das Opfer mit Respekt behandeln sollen. Und jetzt fängt der hier mit üble gottverdammte Psychohure an. Lieber Titus, manche Menschen haben halt nun mal gewisse Fantasien. Und Das ist es einfach nur. Wenn das in einem safen Umfeld passiert, ist das alles total in Ordnung.
Right. Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen? Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Ist ein Hardcore-Partiger, der einen größeren Todeswunsch hat als ich.
Yeah, you're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Erinnerst du dich noch daran, als du einen abgesägten Lampenpfosten gekauft hast? Einfachere Zeiten. I think it was a traffic light? Was it a lamppost? Okay.
With an overdose, you can at least try to come off it. Take a bath, do breathing exercises, get medical attention as necessary. With an underdose, you're just you.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
Okay.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Ja, aber warum? Yay! Hallo Alex, vielen Dank für den Primelzap.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
Ich glaube, so einen Menschen wie Titus überfordert das alles auch ein bisschen.
Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Ein Nudge?
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs.
Ich fange nicht wieder an. Titus ist Titus.
Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why don't we make it 40, huh? Why don't we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now uppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Nice.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Das kann ich nicht schaffen. Wie soll ich das denn schaffen? Eine 8% Chance. Und zwar, ich muss das ja auch jetzt schaffen, oder? Kann nicht nochmal steigern und die anquatschen. Habe ich noch irgendwas, was Rhetorik steigert? Moment. Eine weiße Würfelprobe. Ich kann sie wiederholen. Okay. Ich versuche es jetzt mal. Ansonsten habe ich ja noch einen zweiten Versuch.
Plaza is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good. Those are the other guys. My shit is solid gold. You can trust me.
Nein.
Oh, you don't like these arguments? Let's see you come up with your own then. Come on, everyone's waiting. Why is Goldmouth mean to him? Something is wrong.
Ja.
It doesn't look like he's succeeding.
Eben.
Whatever. Just do the fiddle thing, sire. It'll be artistic. And if you've already done it, do it again.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling any...
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Oh Gott, was nehme ich denn?
I think you're losing it, Fiddleman.
No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down.
Oh. He'll put the fiddle down. Put it down, officer.
Put it down.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but...
So, wir müssen es ja jetzt noch mal probieren können, ne? So, wir brauchten Rhetorik. Ich hab Podagra, Arschloch. Was ist Podagra? Ich hab Save-Files. So. Was bringt uns Rhetorik? -1 Rhetorik, das ist schon mal nicht gut. Das ist nicht gut. Haben wir einen anderen Hut? Wunderschön. Logik, Beherrschung, Schauspielkunst, Korpsgeist. Die haben wir auch an, ne? Streifenmantel. +1 Korpsgeist, +1 Schauder. Visuelles Kalkül. Das ist ja nicht besser, oder? Schauspielkunst. So, haben wir ein Oberteil, das uns Rhetorik bringt. Empathie. Nein. Nee, alles nicht. Haben wir eine Hose, die Rhetorik bringt? Nein. Rhetorik-Handschuhe? Nein. Rhetorik-Brille? Auch nicht. Das ist doch alles Blödsinn. Okay. Wir haben den Hut optimiert und wir werden das jetzt nochmal steigern, weil Rhetorik können wir tatsächlich immer brauchen. So.
It's you again. What is it?
Hm. 28%. Das ist jetzt wieder so eine Sache, ich weiß nicht, ob man das machen muss. Probieren es nochmal.
Convinced she's being manipulated? Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
Ich leider schon verraten. Viel Spaß euch. Viel Spaß noch, Jochen. Danke fürs Reinschauen. Na, so eine Jungs ist nicht standfest.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Okay.
He'll get it. Go on.
Notieren Sie das, Kind. Martinez wird umgebracht, nur weil sie einen nicht leiden können.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys?
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
Ist denen ist alles egal.
We didn't light him on fire.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Sounds like they set him on fire.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead.
Ha!
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Hat alles unter Kontrolle.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Muss jetzt sterben?
Why are you
Angus.
so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell him.
Wer ist... Haben wir noch einen Hardy Boy? Haben wir einen Hardy Girl?
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions? He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Die Girls? Oh Gott, da gibt's mehrere von.
That's plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this.
Hat Kuno es ihn umgebracht?
Later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Oh, okay.
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Das ist gar nicht so witzig, Shanky.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Genau.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Das Loch im Fenster haben wir gesehen. Ich habe das tatsächlich, also nicht das Loch im Fenster, wir haben die neue Scheibe gesehen. Wir haben gesehen, dass eine neue Scheibe im Fenster war. Das ist interessant.
He means they'd been fucking?
Nein.
Tibbs patched the window.
Ah.
And the corpse. We hanged. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Ah, okay.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Me too. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar. There are people after her from the old world, where she came from. They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Hat der Bürokrat irgendwas damit zu tun?
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Stimmt.
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them.
Sniper?
All his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Okay.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it.
Ich glaube immer noch, dass der Typ, dieser Streikbrecher, was damit zu tun hat.
Bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you. In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Nee, das war jetzt hier das andere.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons.
Oh, okay.
It sent a good message. No, you're not gonna be on a first-name basis with this person. You're not getting to her. This person is affiliated with the Hardy Boys. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
So etwas ein Hardiger.
I wouldn't go that far. She's just a woman who's sometimes in our company, who sympathizes with Klausya.
Honorable Hardy Boy Girl.
You know, actually, some of the guys have been talking, and,
No. My answer is no, Glenn. We're Hardy Boys, and that's how it's gonna stay.
Hardy Siblings. The Hardy Gang? Hardy Music Club.
You do that. Hey, cop, before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This
Hardy
is
buddies.
when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but
Gender neutral hardy persons.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
Thank you.
We'll take that into account.
Nice, nice. Okay, ich glaube tatsächlich, wir haben es ausgespielt, weil unser Aufpasser nicht mehr da ist.
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad at all.
Weil wir seinen Hut genommen haben. Ah, das ist schön, dass das Spiel das mit benutzt.
I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Is it now? Well, enjoy it.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Ich mag tatsächlich, wie das Spiel hier diese Melting-Pot-Atmosphäre aufruft, weil halt so viele verschiedene Leute mit unterschiedlichen Akzenten und halt auch Lebenseinstellungen zusammenkommen. Das ist wirklich sehr schön. Dann sprechen wir nochmal mit der guten Klausya. Haben wir nicht alles schon durchsucht? Ich bin hier jedes Mal, oder?
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush. And there it is, the orange sun wearing blister pack. You feel almost nostalgic for it.
Achso, stimmt, wir wollten die Drogen nicht nehmen. Dann tun wir das auch nicht. Wir möchten ja schließlich, dass Kim stolz auf uns ist. Ich möchte das. Lad. Klasse!
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand.
Ich glaube tatsächlich, dass sie wirkt nicht überrascht, sie haben nur
I
mitgerechnet.
knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Bist nur sorry, dass du erwischt wurdest.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
So sieht's aus.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Genau, wir sind eigene Leute.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Stimmt.
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Können sich verstecken. Das ist eine sehr gute Frage.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers. 2 decades worth of accounting.
Nice.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewis-Duane County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewis-Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Okay, das verstehe ich natürlich, dass sie jetzt halt eine Belastung ist, die man nur noch loswerden möchte.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Es ist Nestle. Es ist Nestle.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me. It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting... A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with.
Stimmt.
You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
One of them killed themselves because of me. How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? There you have it. The way of the warrior.
No. Die Arme. Es war noch interessant, warum sie dann überhaupt die Polizei gerufen hat.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Glasweinlauf.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Oh, hardcore.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Es klingt aber tatsächlich eher danach, als wäre er umgebracht worden. Nicht, dass sie das Ziel war. Ich muss mal eben kurz diesen komischen Typen blocken. Her life is so much more exciting than mine. I don't think you want that kind of excitement.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
So am I.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
Okay, gegen Mitternacht.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Nein, überhaupt nicht.
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Okay.
Good thinking. Clear your head.
Nein.
Clear your head.
Aus.
To his mindset.
Nein.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the...
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection. As far as you can.
Warum-Fragen sind eigentlich nicht so nett, aber ich frage.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
Ist eine Isola ein Kontinent? Also keine Insel, sondern ein ganzer Kontinent?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby.
Ruby?
Wer ist Ruby? Ruby.
The leader.
Ah.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
Ich dachte, Hardy wäre der Anführer der Hardy Boys. Wir waren bei Gender Neutral Hardy Persons.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told.
Mm-hmm.
She said she'd take care of this. That's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
Ah, da kommt der Gürtel her. Okay.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Und dann haben wir die ganze Zeit die Leiche da hängen lassen und sind unten durchgedreht. Super.
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lilly in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Wir haben eine neue Spur.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do
glaube
with
ich auch nicht.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Ja.
Because I'm an idiot.
Nice.
Which is an indicator of truth.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that...
Es ist einfach Mitleid, Respekt vor der Leiche.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Okay.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct.
Das ist eine gute Idee.
It's right there.
Und Tibbs könnte auch unser Zimmer im, nicht Roll in Rags, wie heißt das? Auf jeden Fall unser Hotelzimmer könnte auch reparieren.
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Ja, machen wir.
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
No.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. Multi-face, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Ich möchte sie aber nicht pushen. So, was ist jetzt mit ihrem Fenster? Ich kann immer noch mit ihr reden. Sollte ich sie pushen?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
So, 42%. Okay.
A vague sense of disappointment fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets. You get the feeling this room would tell you something crucial if you only knew how to listen.
I'm not exactly sure either, to be honest. My imagination has a way of failing me. It's a weakness.
Gut, visuelles Kalkül 2 ist aber auch nicht viel. Ich glaube, wir steigern das mal. Ich glaube, wir haben inzwischen sogar 2 Speicherpunkte, ne? Oder nein, einen Fähigkeitspunkt. Erfahrung 35. Wir probieren es mal. Visuelles Kalkül. So, und wir müssten mal gucken, ob unsere Klamotten das steigern können. Fangen wir mit dem Hut an. Hut. Wir hatten doch noch einen anderen Hut, oder? Da. Reaktionsvermögen, Logik. Rhetorik geht runter. Brauchen wir aber nicht. Okay. Jacke. Logik. Nee, macht alles kein visuelles Kalkül. Doch, hier, visuelles Kalkül. Zack. So, haben wir ein Oberteil, das visuelles Kalkül macht. Ich glaube, wir haben gar nicht so viele Oberteile, oder? Nee. Hose? Nein. Wahrnehmung. Da wissen wir nicht, was es macht. Handschuhe, Elektrochemie, Innenleben, Brille. So. Logik. Korrekte Bürosonnenbrille. Nice. Okay. Nächster Versuch.
This window is pristine.
83%.
Unlike the one next to it.
So.
From the desk lamp reflects off the glass.
Come on.
Again with this.
Was?
You're not some kind of super detective. Question people. Bust the lid open. The
Critical failure.
In the frame.
Leute. Nee. Das versuchen wir nochmal. Also Critical Failure ist ja wohl fies. So, nochmal. So, dann gucken wir mal. Dinge. Korrekte Bürosonnenbrille. Und irgendwas brachte noch visuelles Kalkül. Der. So. Safe Scumming ist zwar doof, aber ich bin Döver. Nein.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
Berechnet. Piu, piu, piu.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes the man does not know. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Das erinnert mich jetzt ein bisschen an Dexter.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot.
Das war wirklich ein Profischütze.
The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Nein.
The same two neon-lit shapes.
According to
the map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on his
Sehr interessant, ich mag sowas.
Military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots
Ja,
out
gute
one by
Idee.
one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the rule version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Ja, das stimmt allerdings. Was sollten wir denn bei ihr noch verpasst haben? Das ist eine sehr gute Frage.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42? Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath?
Wir haben uns rasiert.
You could ask either one of them.
Huh? How old? 58? Actually, make that 54. Alcoholism has severely impacted your appearance. And I was wrong about the age of the deceased.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium.
Gott, ich kann gerade nichts freischalten, aber gucken wir mal. So, noch irgendwas, was wir vergessen haben.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Schauspielkunst.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details. Women, get a hold of yourself just once, will you? Try to look past the sexually lax morals and do some police work. So you say, but give us one example of deceit. Just one example. Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of you? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Okay, Willenskraft. Ich glaube tatsächlich, dass immer noch halt irgendwas mit dieser Blume ist.
At the dry, chipped white polish cover.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybach. Why was there a flower on the roof? Admirers?
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty.
Yeah? I did not. Do you think this has something to do with what happened?
Yeah.
It's possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression. The wind ruffles her hair.
Huh. This isn't good. A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me? Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
Hat vielleicht der Dings gespickt?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there? Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
Ach, deswegen ist sie hier oben. Ah, ich habe mich schon gewundert, warum tatsächlich ihr Bett in diesem einen Zimmer hier oben ist. Das ist ungewöhnlich.
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there. Cool. I think I'm developing a pinch of that too. It hasn't done wonders to my taste in interior decoration. All right.
Das reicht doch nicht aus.
We are still wide awake and staring into an archipelago of truths. Scandalous facts she shared, omitting nothing. Even if it casts her as a demimonde with who is this person? Stop staring. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Okay, hier kommen wir erstmal nicht weiter. Wir müssen auch nicht alles wissen. Ich will alles wissen, aber manchmal geben es die Werte einfach nicht her. Ich will hier runter. Da müssen wir lang. So, irgendwas, was wir übersehen haben? Nee. Wir sollten uns wieder was Besseres anziehen. Tot. So, die Pennermütze ist doch cool. Und den Streifenmantel. Jetzt sehen wir fast wieder gut aus. Das Netzhemd ist geil. Die beiden verwirren mich.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
What wall?
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Whirling Rags heißt es, genau.
What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Nein.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Yes?
Gut, so viel dazu. Dann sprechen wir nochmal mit ihm.
It's you again. What is it?
Flop.
Why?
Ich habe sie in einem Ladan induzierten Delirium gesehen.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
Da hat er allerdings recht.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
No. I's here. You got business.
Now watch the other guys fuck it up by
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy Boys.
Ich glaube, das haben wir schon mal gemacht. Ja.
Relax, Dennis.
use it to take a dig at his...
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows how to keep things going.
Yeah,
Easy, fellas.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters here.
So. Ich glaube, wir haben alles an Boni eingesammelt, was es so gibt. Aber 28%. Das ist verdammt wenig. Probieren wir mal.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there. Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow, still nothing. That's okay. Why does Puzzle Face get to not melt down? You and I melted down like crazy. Right. Puzzle Face shouldn't be the cool guy when he fails. I was supposed to be that. Shush. I'm just more level-headed than you. That's my thing. Let's look at this as a learning experience.
Okay.
What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? Smart move. The components are access to the roof, weapon, and motive. Here is
Wir haben noch kein Motiv, oder?
easier. Come on, guys. There's a spooky building west of this. Take a flashlight with you. Search the basement. There
Haben wir
are
doch schon.
secrets. You could crack Classia's last defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Wir gehen. Okay. Was gibt's hier noch zu holen? So, Schusspuren. Macht eine Theorie. So. Taute, klar ist hier richtig und eingehend verhört. Kryptozoologe, Tätowierungen. Könnte noch mal ins unheimliche Gebäude gehen, natürlich. Dafür brauchen wir eine Taschenlampe. Polierter Ölkanister. Da, Werkzeug. Speedfläschchen, Taschenlampe. Okay.
Only the red cable is plugged into the...
Ach, hier waren wir auch schon länger nicht mehr, ne? Ist das Ding endlich mal enttaut?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. Like it's all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? Turning the crank feels oddly... It's all gone now. What better to us? This orange machine is dead still.
Was war denn hier noch Cooles? Geld? Geld ist gut. Natürlich jetzt gerade ein Licht drauf, was auch mein Bildschirm blendet, wenn es hier so schön dunkel ist. Uns fehlen ja auch noch ein paar Puzzlesteine. Wir haben noch nicht rausgefunden, wofür das Rollenspiel gut ist. Mit der haben wir schon gesprochen. Ist die Würfelmacherin vielleicht eine Verdächtige? Hier scheint nichts los zu sein. Da unten war doch noch was. Ja? Was ist denn hier?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. It means there are firearms, breech loaders, still laying around in Martinez. This could prove useful in our case against Ruby for Titus. Men are easily swayed by the sight of a rifle.
Wenn wir die Waffe nicht verkauft hätten.
He likes this find.
Seems like an old bunker. It means there are firearms.
He likes this.
Das war keine gute Entscheidung. Wir haben auch noch nicht das Passwort rausgekriegt, oder?
This old fireplace is covered in a diagram for summoning some time for the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. History classes, students with their radio frequencies, it seems. UKV, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to someone very important, the leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
Stimmt, die haben seit das MMO gebaut.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the game master's frequency. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it.
Nothing. It's just lines on my...
Ich würde so gerne ausfinden, was es damit zu tun hat.
The flashlight slides over an old green chart. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Könnte Heat Death nicht das Passwort
Full
sein?
text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Versuch nochmal anzurufen. Vielleicht finde ich ja das Passwort raus.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting, the speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Still no. I am contract.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no.
Oh, schade.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are
Ich habe auch gar keinen Anhaltspunkt, wo ich das Passwort herkriegen sollte, oder? Ich glaube, das hier ist echt eine Sackgasse. Bis auf die Waffe. Und die habe ich ja nur mal verkauft. Verdammt nochmal. Oh, Warum tue ich sowas?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Nein, das ist sehr unvernünftig. Na, gute Frau.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Fate. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post?
Natürlich.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
The woman before you scans the store.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
Nein, ist es nicht. Sag deiner Tochter doch nicht sowas.
Part of hers too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy.
Das stimmt allerdings. Wenn man das erste Mal in seinem Leben bemerkt, der ist ganz schön auf dem Holzweg, keine gute Sache.
She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Die arm, also die sind beide arm.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my
husband is completely different, of course.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing project.
Na klar.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Wird total abgezockt, oder?
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off. Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Ich leuchte dir gleich mal mit der Taschenlampe ins Gesicht. So.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why not? Don't you feel compelled? Go.
Ja.
Go.
She smiles and nods, seeming... Wow, you work hard.
Natürlich.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic,
Das haben wir tatsächlich.
linoleum after you re-emerged.
Lolium.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. A little. You make money.
Yeah.
Gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't.
Bulle, Sprinter und...
And a sprinter and a money printer.
Huh.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into rest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die.
Meine liebe Gewandtheit, das ist keine gute Sache, dieser Druck. Das ist, nee, da überlegen wir in die ganz falsche Richtung.
Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo.
Es gibt einen Markt für korrupte Bullen, aber die Einwanderer wollen damit wieder ein.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down.
Dann erzähl mal.
Because of the taxes, G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Furzsteuer! Oh mein Gott, in dieser Welt gibt's Furzsteuer!
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state that is Revachol? You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's
tax.
People in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you. The Gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is 98% of all your money.
Genau, das hilft mir nicht bei der Lösung als Gäste, sondern macht bloß so einen freien Marktwirtschaft aus mir, ja.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street.
Wieso sind wir ein Rassist?
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously. Tax issue.
Nein. Ich packe einfach erstmal meine Taschenlampe weg. Baby Steps. Und wir haben das Kind schon mal reingebracht. Das ist doch eine gute Sache, oder? So, wir haben noch keine Erfahrung.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework.
You just can't win. Into the rain and into the gutter.
Okay. Irgendwas müssen wir ja leisten. Work, work, work. Sind wir nichts wert im Leben? Das war ein Scherz. Bitte denkt nicht, dass ihr ohne Arbeit nichts wert im Leben seid. So, dann gucken wir mal nach. Wo können wir denn? Aha.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, The street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Ah.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Hello, Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Oh.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus, is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43.
Tattoo-Menschen hatten wir auch.
4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old
smoking man.
You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky. Better late than never, detective. The whole 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
Mussten sie ihn unbedingt Fat Angus nennen.
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man? A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing. Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat. You're right. Do you think those prints... I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Okay.
200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other.
Yeah.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
The fat guy from the mess hall isn't that obese. He's more like a farm boy. Definitely not 250. Probably yes. This would also be him being dead from a previous gunshot wound. They had to carry him because he could no longer walk. Is there anything else that's noteworthy here? Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
A drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Wir suchen eindeutig nach einem Schlagzeuger.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a pot. I don't know. They're about the same size. Not the same boat, no, but they could be the same person. It still doesn't rule Ruby out. People change shows, after all. But this isn't an argument for her guilt either. No, these prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust looked custom. Or maybe they're just a foreign design. It's a good print, whatever the case. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging.
Das macht natürlich Sinn.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Okay, dann haben wir noch mal ein paar Erfahrungspunkte mitgenommen. Super nice. So, bei den Hardy Boys kommen wir jetzt nicht weiter. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir Klaas hier nochmal interviewen können. Da kommen wir bei den Hardy Boys noch weiter. Ansonsten würde ich nämlich noch das mit der Geheimtür machen. Und dann für heute auch mal Schluss machen. Ich bin ein bisschen müde, ehrlich gesagt. Gestern zu lange wach gewesen. Ist auch zu lange gehext nach dem Stream.
It's you again. What is it?
Hallo Titus, wir haben dich auch gern. Brauchen noch mehr Logik? Okay. Der Schnee ist echt schön animiert. Ich gehe noch einmal zu der Würfelmacherin. Vielleicht hat die ja noch was damit zu tun. Na komm, 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 komm. So, es gab da noch irgendeinen Weg nach oben. Brauche mehr Licht.
This old fireplace is covered in lines. A diagram for summoning the whole thing.
Ist das die Tür, durch die wir gekommen sind? Es gab noch eine Tür, die nach oben führte. Ist die unten? Wo sollte die noch sein? Nee. Hier geht's nach oben.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm listening. Good. I hope we're inside the gym, but when I arrived...
Plaisance was right.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Da kommen wir nicht wirklich weiter, glaube ich. Ich glaube, unten müssen wir lang. So, ja. Immerhin haben wir es heute geschafft, dass das Mädchen Annette hieß sie, oder? Dass sie wieder drinnen arbeiten kann. Also halt an ihrer Karriere. Am Homeschooling. Was können wir denn noch machen? So, wo ist denn das mit dem Snitch? Suche auf der Promenade nach Schusspuren, auf der Insel und nach Lands End. Öffne für Evra die Wohnungstour. Ich glaube tatsächlich, das macht eine neue Questlinie auf. Ich gucke mal noch nach den Panzerhandschuhen. Genau, Panzerhandschuhe. Wir suchen nochmal dieses Mädchen und dann machen wir Finito. So, wo ist hier ein Marble? Wie die Niederländer sagen, wieder ein Maischen. Das ist die... Genau. Hallo, gute Frau.
The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Aye, the sea's gonna... Oh? Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Fisch, 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 Fisch. So, wo könnte sich denn hier ein Mädchen verbergen? Material. Steht da? Trocknete Tulpen. Eine Hose. Hier ist nicht viel los, aber anscheinend können wir reinschauen. Ich glaube, wir können wieder etwas Licht gebrauchen, oder? Lights on. Das ist ein dunkelroten
It's only
Stuhl.
a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack. With what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see.
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. In Ravachol.
I'm afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
Nothing.
Red paint is peeling.
Yes?
Ich will das hier. Genau. Yay! Dieses Cold City scheint ganz schön ein schlimmes Pflaster zu sein. Wo ist denn dieses Mädchen? Verstecktes Boot. Hier kam uns auf. Hier sind wir mit dem Wagen praktisch hergekommen. Was haben wir denn hier? Zaun und Stacheldraht niedergerissen. So, sicherlich das Mädchen mit den Panzerhandschuhen. Schaukelpferd. Was haben wir hier? Cash. Warum sei unseren Geistern? Okay. Ominös. Und hat seine Musiksammlung unter der Plane versteckt. Vögel.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you.
Irgendjemand hat wohl das Haus verlassen.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. A black bloc, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war.
Oh.
Or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
Das ist interessant, weil das ja auch bedeutet, dass hier in diesem Teil des Landes keine hohe Bevölkerungsdichte sein kann. Weil sonst hätte man solche Areale ja schon längst wieder aufgebaut.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house. Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
Okay.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder.
Ach, der sagt uns doch mal, dass wir hier jetzt uns gar nicht aufhalten müssen. Ja gut, ich möchte ja trotzdem wenigstens noch sehen, was das hier für eine... Ich will einfach ein Gefühl für diesen Ort kriegen. Und ich möchte auch nicht, dass die Leute allzu viel verpassen. Weil gerade nicht so viele Leute im Stream sind. So, hier war nichts, ne? Ne, hier hatten wir geguckt, hier war nichts. Was mit ist? Hier ist nicht. Da sind die Besuchskis. Guten Tag. Ich glaube, die brauchen wir aktuell nicht. Nehmen wir alles. So. Das sind Kinder. aber nicht das Mädchen, oder?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches.
Oh, gemütlich. Und jemand singt die Titelmelodie. Hat sie irgendwas zu bedeuten? Ist das irgendein revolutionäres Lied?
Hello, mister.
Oh, süß.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry. Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Okay.
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
Also in dem Schnee hätte ich aber keinen Bock zu spielen.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical.
No, süß.
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid.
Das sind sie.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Ah, vielen Dank für den Hinweis.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. So.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Freut mich, dich kennenzulernen.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
Oh, süß.
Bye.
Cute. Also hat sich doch gelohnt, nochmal hier hinzukommen. So, hinter dem Haus. Das ist die alte Frau. Hier irgendwo? Da.
Weather has not been kind to Lilly's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from
Lillies kleine Panzersandburg.
vast underground catacomb network. The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Nice. Und wir haben einen Fähigkeitspunkt gekriegt, den wir noch brauchen bei den ganzen Proben.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Die kann ich jetzt ausrüsten? Nice.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
Ich trage die Rüstung der Zukunft. Ja, ich bin Robocop.
Hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Werden wir jemand mit diesem Material bekämpfen müssen? Ich hoffe nicht. Jetzt sind wir Robocop. Okay, so. Wir bringen den Vogel zurück. Speichern. Ende. Plan steht. Ich finde es schön, dass wir noch ein bisschen Fortschritt gemacht haben. Warum kann ich denn hier nicht schnell reisen? Ich möchte gerne schnell reisen. Kann man das irgendwie möglich machen? Was ist das? Wo man eine Pochen einer Bassdrum? Musik statt irgendwo auf dem Eis darüber. Okay. Hier irgendwo Party gemacht. Ich glaube, da sollte ich mich alles noch nicht allzu sehr drum kümmern, oder? Jetzt komme ich hier vom Hundertste ins Tausendste. So. Ab ins Hafenviertel. Ich hätte noch selber gespeichert. So. Gerade, hey, ich habe einen neuen Vogel gefunden.
What is this thing? What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Ja, finde ich auch.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Yeah.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Kim, du bist einfach immer so wholesome.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Ich glaube, es geht einfach darum, dass wir unseren Scheiß repariert haben, den wir gemacht haben. So, dann wird hier gespeichert.